This podcast is for entertainment purposes only and does not substitute for professional medical advice. Please seek a medical professional or healthcare provider if you're seeking any medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Thanks, everyone.
Hopefully that came out good. For those of you that are just listening, we're going to be talking about caffeine, if you haven't seen the title. And we're drinking our second Celsius of the day, so it's going to be interesting.
I'm going to be like, raw, let's go, caffeine! Yeah. Lordy.
So we had a couple of unhinged episodes that we've already recorded earlier today, so we're gonna see what happens now on this one with our second Celsius of the day. So let's do it.
I have what's her name, Ice Spice in my brain.
Oh my god. Let's just hear it for a second.
I know.
I need to hear it for a second.
They come out and look like pussy day on the street. Rise, let's get out. We just stop. Small workers ain't walk out bands. Every time I don't give a damn and I'm still getting money. I know who I am. So I'll be low, he go. If he's small, he go act like a fan.
Oh, we'll keep going. So we're not.
And then the other one is this one I love. You know she's Hispanic?
Nah.
Yeah.
I love her even more.
Right? I'm pretty sure she is.
She a bag, she show up, please. She shake like jelly. 100 business, but I'm still shaking ass in the touch.
I don't know why we're shaking asses in a deli, but we're doing it.
Yeah, Afro Latino. Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We're talking about caffeine.
Welcome.
Welcome.
We have to have a little dance party with Ice Spice.
We had to. We're getting things going. All right. So what is caffeine, Doc?
Okay, so caffeine is a widely consumed substance found in various plants and products. It is a stimulant that affects multiple systems in the human body, including the central nervous system, immune system, digestive system, respiratory system, and the urinary tract, which is not a system. Urinary tract.
It's a tract.
Just a tract. It just affects the urinary tract.
So that's it.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
And the urinary tract. Okay, so you want to say that differently, or
I don't know how to say that.
I don't know what you want to do about it.
The UT. That's it.
Okay,
The urinary tract. Nothing else.
that's it.
Not the kidneys. Not the bladder.
Just a tract.
Just the tract.
Okay.
All right. I'm being extremely sarcastic right now. All right. Anyways, so the effects of caffeine depends on the quantity consumed. Have you ever seen that meme of the skeleton?
I am that meme.
Yeah. It's like your body's going at 1,000 miles per hour.
For those of you
heart rate.
watching, I'll put it right here.
Yeah. It's like a heart rate of like 600. And then.
It's just like eyeballs and it's red.
But you
and
can still
like
lay down because you're tired.
Yeah.
That is what happens with too much caffeine. So yes, the more you drink, the more you're going to feel the effects of caffeine.
Yeah.
And the type of product it is found in and the individual differences among people, such as sex, age, and diet. Okay. So whether you're drinking an energy drink, whether you're drinking some coffee, whether you're drinking some tea, whether you're drinking some caffeine pills, I don't know.
Yeah.
Wherever you're getting the caffeine from, it's going to have probably different effects. Mm-hmm. If I drink una colada,
Yeah.
I feel like shit.
Really?
Yes, because it's like this anxiety.
Oh, too much. Okay.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much.
Oh, okay.
And then I have to drink water to flush it out of my
Really?
system. Yeah. That's why I'm taking it slow with the Celsius
As you drink your second one.
as I drink my second one. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, caffeine can have both positive and negative effects on human health. I don't know what negative it has. I'm just kidding.
I needed to survive.
I'm totally kidding. But I drink so much caffeine. And when I was
Yeah.
a student, oh my God, Wawa.
I was going to say that. I'm like, can you go back to that story, please? She had said it in an way earlier episode. I don't even
remember what story I was talking about.
I think it was energy drinks. I think it was the episode on energy drinks, but it was so early on, like way in the beginning episodes, that we weren't even recording like we are now on YouTube.
Well, Wawa,
but go ahead.
Thank you so much for giving me, I want to say like 90% of my caffeine intake during my medical school years. I would have a test at 8 a.m. It was 4 a.m. and I was on my merry way to Wawa, okay, to serve myself coffee. And the person would just look at me. He's like, this is the third time I see you today. Okay, bye.
Didn't that person know you?
Oh, no, yeah, he knew me. He knew me. I'd be like, hey, John, what's up? Order my little sub because Wawa has food.
Yeah.
Delicious. At 4 o'clock in the morning. Do-do-do-do-do.
There you go.
Order that. While they're prepping my little sub. Do-do-do-do-do. Prep my little coffee.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Do-do-do-do-do. And then on my merry little way. Do-do-do-do-do. Out. Wawa.
Did you ever say
sit my happy little ass down, eat my shit, and then keep studying.
Did you ever say bye to John after you
No.
left him? Oh, man.
There was a lot of people that I didn't say bye to. There was also this like mom and pop restaurant for Thai food. The people were so nice, and it was him and his wife. So he would do all like the serving and stuff like that, and then the wife would do all the cooking.
Oh, amazing.
So this day, probably the best Thai food I've ever
Those
had.
are the best restaurants.
Yes.
Like for any type of cuisine, if you find that mom and pops that it's just like that, like they're them two. Oh,
and there was a lot of
like,
places like
can't
that
beat it.
where I studied. It was a very small little town in South Jersey, so there's a lot of places like that. But I would go to them once, twice a week.
yeah. I mean,
So they knew us.
yeah.
Yeah, they're probably like, whatever happened to that chick?
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I wonder if John is just there wandering.
Wandering. Tune into our Patreon episode.
So you could know what we're laughing at. Anyway, I just wandering there. I wonder what happened to that 4 a.m. chick with a coffee.
Yep.
I wonder if she's okay.
Yeah, he's probably like, she probably overdosed. She probably had a heart attack from
my
all the
God.
caffeine that she had. For sure. He looked at me like with crazy eyes. And he was like, you again? He would take my card and I was like shaking.
I'm surprised he didn't cut you off one time.
No, I'm pretty sure that he looked at me with a face like, are you sure? Do
Do you really want
you really
this?
want this?
And you're like, listen, John, I didn't eat this. Okay,
I don't know you very well, ma'am. But you don't have
Choices.
to do this.
Choices. Brownie, no.
Brownie's back. Brownie's back. Brownie's back. Brownie. She's shaking like jelly.
All right, so hope, John, if you are seeing this, highly doubt you are, but if you are, she's okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
She
And so are all my
graduated.
friends that came along with me for those rides.
They all graduated med school. They're all good.
Yeah. I remember when I left med school, Wawa, we never really had them here in South Florida. And now we do have them.
Recently, yeah.
When I saw the Wawas here, I was like stars in my eyes.
Really?
Yeah. But I haven't gone.
Yeah, no, I haven't really eaten at a Wawa yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Wait, what?
No, I haven't.
Now they sell pizza.
Really?
Yes.
Ah.
I've
I'll
never
try it
tried-
out.
I've never
I mean,
tried the
there's one
pizza,
nearby, but
oh my God. Could you imagine me at Wawa with pizza?
bro, you weren't even eating in med school though.
Yeah, I know I wasn't eating.
So
All the stress and anxiety, I didn't eat.
irrelevant. Like
It was just caffeine.
the skinniest I've ever seen you, which wasn't like a cute skinny. It was
like a
a
six
concerned.
skinny, yeah.
a concerned.
A 6 skinny.
And like even Mario was like, he pulls me aside and he's like, "Is she okay?" I'm like,
No.
she's very stressed.
Yeah.
She's going through it right now, but she's okay. She'll be fine. But
I'll be fine.
It's a
Here I
lot.
am, 40 pounds over.
Oh my god,
40 pounds over since then.
great.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
We're great. All right. So caffeine, the positive and negatives, promoting wakefulness, which was exactly what you were going for.
Yes.
Yeah. And improving athletic performance. I could see that.
I do take a Celsius before workouts.
That's it. Yeah. Or one of those pre-workouts. I used to take C4, I think it was.
Okay, well, some people used to take like Jacked.
I don't know what Jacked is.
Jacked was like this, I'm pretty sure they discontinued it or they had to change the formulation of it.
Jesus.
Yeah, because of how strong it was.
Yeah.
I never really got into pre-workouts, even though they definitely function for me. I just don't like the prickliness.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
With C4, once it would kick in and I was sweating, I would feel that tingliness and I was not about it.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
So there's other ones that like I drank that didn't give me that, like Alani Nu.
Okay.
Yeah, which I'm sure is, I don't know if that's the best one out there.
Yeah.
I doubt that it is.
Yeah, we're not talking about which one is the best
some
one. It's
people
just-
use beets.
I've heard that. That's like the recent like health, like clean, thing.
Clean pre-workout. But un cafecito, a
Great.
little double shot
Yeah.
of un cafecito, café la llave,
I mean,
bustelo.
with our Cuban backgrounds, we're kind of like biased to that. So
Yeah, but you can tell that the caffeine is kicking. Look at my legs. I haven't stopped moving. It's starting to kick in. I need to slow down on the caffeine.
and not me. I'm still like chilling.
I'm like, pew.
I need to get there.
So, but yeah, enhancing mood, promoting wakefulness, and potentially improving athletic performance. However, it's also been linked to feelings of anxiety, hyperactivity, nervousness, and sleep disturbance. All things that I have when I drink too much.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't help it for sure. Especially the anxiety and the sleep disturbance. I'm probably gonna have a hard time tonight.
But the anxiety that you get from excessive caffeine is really, really does not feel good.
No, it's almost annoying.
Yeah, and it's like this thing and you're like,
Yeah.
you have to take like deep breaths.
Yep.
Breathe your way out of it. Drink lots of water to pee it all out.
Yeah.
But yeah, excessive caffeine consumption can have negative effects, particularly in individuals with hypertension, children, adolescents, and the elderly.
Yep.
Caffeine has also been studied for potential therapeutic properties in diseases such as asthma and Parkinson's disease, but it is important to consider both positive and negative aspects of caffeine consumption. It's also used for migraines. A little bit of caffeine
I've
for
heard
migraines. Yeah,
Well, my
it helps a lot.
mom, if she doesn't drink caffeine, she'll get a migraine.
Yeah.
Later in the day.
So I think sometimes that can even come from like a withdrawal from caffeine.
Yeah.
But Excedrin, that for chronic, like for migraines, it has Tylenol, caffeine, and aspirin.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'll try that the next time that I have a migraine. I get
Yeah.
migraines every so often.
Oh yeah, you should try Excedrin.
I know. Last night, I thank God I was still awake and I drank 2 Advils and I was able to sleep it off.
Yeah.
But I was feeling it coming. And
It was the wine.
Yeah, it was probably the wine, yeah. But anyway,
You're like, I'm not giving up wine.
no. Positives, negatives, positives in that aspect right now. But yeah, I didn't even drink that much last night. I had like
You
2
had,
glasses.
A glass, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Anyway.
Anyways.
So how was it discovered? So according to some sources, caffeine was first discovered. See, not Egypt. I don't always have to bring it back to Egypt.
Okay, China.
China. I like to bring some history sometimes into
I like
these
it. I like
things,
it.
you know?
Like it.
Like let's give it some complexity.
Yeah, like where did it come from?
Yeah, why
where was the
not?
first caffeine come from?
Who thought of this? Anyway, so according to some sources, caffeine was first discovered in China around
Of course, who else?
1000 BC. So long
Time
time
ago.
ago. In the form of tea. Legend says that an emperor, of course, emperor says,
Emperor says, raise your hand.
It wasn't even emperor says anyway. Legend says that an emperor named Shen Nong, I think, accidentally boiled some water with tea leaves and noticed the refreshing and invigorating effects of the drink. The discovery of
Coffee?
The discovery of coffee is traced to Ethiopia around 850 AD, so way after. According to the legend, a herder named Kaldi noticed how jumpy his goats got after eating the berries of an Arabica plant, which is like the Arabica coffee.
Yeah.
He gave some of the berries to a local monk and used them to concoct the world's first cup of coffee.
Nice.
These monks, man, they created champagne. They created beer. Like, they just knew.
Yeah.
I would vibe with these monks, I think.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, monks?
Can I hang out with you?
What beer are you doing now?
Yo, a little some?
Yeah.
Some for me?
And they also had like they would also harvest honey and everything. I'm telling you, these monks, like honey, beer,
Good people.
coffee, like
Good people, good people.
Yeah, dang. Anyway, the discovery of caffeine as a chemical substance was made by a German chemist named Friedrich Ferdinand Rung. Sure. In 1819.
I'm sure we butchered that. But
100% we butchered that. I butchered that particularly. Come after me, don't come after her. He isolated and purified the white powder of caffeine from coffee beans after being given a box of them by the writer Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. I do know that it's Goethe because there was somebody else that I knew it was Goethe, and I was like, oh, interesting, Goethe. Anyways, stop it, ADD. Stop it. Caffeine is now the world's most used drug, consumed by more than 90% of the people on the planet daily. It has many benefits and drawbacks depending on the dose and the individual. It can improve alertness, mood, memory, and performance. Mood, for sure, for me.
Yeah.
If I am freaking tired, I am pissed off.
Yeah.
You know, so
Same.
yeah. But it could also cause anxiety, as we've said, insomnia. It's going to happen to me tonight. Headaches and addiction. Caffeine is also used in various medicines, cosmetics, and foods. Definitely, that's something that's kind of new in the cosmetic realm. How you use caffeine for like your under eye and all that. Yeah, I've recently started using it.
Yeah.
Now under
I
my
think it
eyes.
works.
It works a little bit. I mean, my under eye is dark.
I just wake up really puffy in the mornings.
Me, it's not the puffiness. Me, it's the darkness. Like the darkness of my soul, like seeps through my under eye.
The darkness of my soul.
Yeah, this is brought to you by Heavy Concealer.
I have heavy concealer too.
Yeah. If not, and you could still see through it.
Dude, I've been wearing concealer for a long time.
Same. Anyway, so what does it do, Doc?
All right, so it boosts your brain and nerves so that you can think faster and stay alert. It also gets into your body quickly and spreads to all parts of it, reaching the highest level in your blood after 30 to 45 minutes. There's definitely some people that are more sensitive to others. Like it probably will work faster for me than 30 to 45 minutes.
And vice versa. There's some people that it just doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything, yeah.
And there's even the other effect. I have heard of people that caffeine actually does the opposite to them.
Well, my dad takes a swig of coffee before he goes to sleep.
My husband.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mario will drink a colada.
Yeah.
He'll go to sleep like a baby. Not a single effect. Well, he stopped drinking coffee because of it. He's like, this doesn't do anything for me.
What?
It's insane.
No, I can't do that.
It doesn't put him to sleep, but it just doesn't do anything.
Anything for him, yeah. So it stays in your body for 4 to 6 hours, which means it can take that long to get rid of half of the caffeine you had.
It's a good drug. For it to be able to stay in your system for that long, it's a good drug.
Yeah. So your genes affect how you react to caffeine and how fast your body breaks it down. It's a stimulant, which means that it affects your brain and nerves and gives you short bursts of energy and attention. So what is it found in? Caffeine is found in various plants such as coffee, tea, cacao, Paraguayan holly, mate, okay, guarana, and cola. Okay.
The word Coca-Cola got
I
it.
know. Cola, yeah.
Cola.
So it is extracted from these plants to be used in foods and beverages today. So today, caffeine can also be made in a lab.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how much is too much?
All right. I'm reaching the too much point right now.
I literally can't stop moving my legs.
I need to get there. I haven't gotten there yet. Anyway, so the estimated lethal acute ingestion of caffeine for human beings is approximately 10 to 14 grams or 150 to 200 milligrams per kilogram body weight.
That's a lot of caffeine.
Yeah. So each one of these, and I'm talking about a Celsius, is 200 mgs. Yeah. So it says it right here. Caffeine
So
content. 200
imagine
milligrams.
one of these per kilo. Okay. So let's say a
Well, it's
person is
illegal.
roughly
This is
100 pounds. Okay.
So
You would have to take around
50.
50 of these. 50.
no wonder it's a lethal. We're talking about the lethal ingestions.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
anyway, so the excessive consumption of caffeine can result in heightened blood pressure, anemia, as well as migraines. So I was like, when I read this, I'm like, anemia? Like, where the hell did anemia come from this? Like, I thought anemia was low iron or whatever. What does that have to do with caffeine? So I went down a small rabbit hole, and anemia is associated with high intake of caffeine due to its potential to interfere with the iron absorption and utilization in the body. Mind blown. Had no idea that caffeine
blown.
had anything to do with the intake of it. I was like, okay. Anyways, caffeine has been found to inhibit the absorption of dietary iron, particularly non-heme iron, which is the form of iron found in plant-based foods. The interference of iron absorption can lead to decreased iron levels in the body, which can contribute to development or exacerbation of anemia. The quantity of caffeine that is deemed excessive can vary based on individual factors such as gender, age, and overall well-being. And it is commonly advised to restrict the intake of caffeine to moderate levels, which is typically around 400 milligrams per day for individuals in good health. So I am right now reaching my, what is it?
I did have coffee this morning, though.
Yeah, I know.
So I might
Me
be
too.
going a little bit over.
I'll be a little over, but I'll be fine. Yeah.
I will probably not sleep.
Yeah, probably. I'll fall asleep like at 3, 4 in the morning, maybe. Or I'll have to take a full Unisong.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll have to do that.
So cardiovascular health and caffeine. Moderate caffeine consumption is generally considered safe for most individuals, but excessive intake can have negative effects for your heart. High caffeine intake has been associated with an increased risk of hypertension, so high blood pressure. And however, the relationship between caffeine and cardiovascular health is a little bit complex. So individuals' responses can vary a lot.
Yeah.
Some studies suggest that regular caffeine consumption may have a protective effect against certain cardiovascular diseases, such as heart disease and stroke. Little Numi, he's our other podcast doggy. Say hi, Numi.
So it's raining here, and Numi, he's one of my 4 dogs, and he's really, really scared. So he's just going to hang out with us for a little bit in the background. If you're watching this, if you're listening, you're not even going to hear him because he's very quiet. He's actually one of the chillest ones that I have. So Numi will just be hanging out with us for a little bit anyway.
So it is important to note that effects of caffeine on cardiovascular health may also depend on factors such as overall diet, lifestyle, and individual susceptibility. There exists no definitive consensus regarding the direct correlation between caffeine and elevated likelihood of cardiac infarction, aka heart attack. Okay. So certain investigations propose that moderate consumption of caffeine may not significantly increase the probability of a heart attack in individuals of good health.
Right. Very important.
Keyword, good health.
Yeah.
Okay. Keywords. Nevertheless, an excessive intake of caffeine or its use by individuals who have pre-existing cardiac conditions may possibly heighten the risk of cardiac infarction or a heart attack. It is important to take into account individuals' tolerance, their overall well-being, and any pre-existing cardiac conditions when evaluating the potential impact of caffeine on the likelihood of a heart attack. Further research is needed in order to truly comprehend the interrelation.
Yeah, interrelation. Okay.
What is wrong with me?
Just
put it away.
Stop the sauce. Now we have confirmed that one and done with you. You cannot do 2 in an afternoon.
No, I cannot.
Maybe 1 in the morning and then 1 in the late afternoon, maybe, but definitely not in the same afternoon.
She's shaking like jelly.
And our ADD gets like skyrockets.
Yeah, worse, way worse. Okay. So further research is needed to truly comprehend the interrelation. That's a word, right? Why does it not sound like a word to me right now?
Just Google it. Just Google it so you can feel better about it.
What is interrelation? This is our 5th episode of the day.
No, 4th.
That's very true. It's very true. I didn't have a lot of sleep last night.
No, I know.
That's a word, interrelation. Okay, cool.
I thought so. Not I would have done the little squiggle.
I'm going to try this 3rd time is a charm. So further research is needed in order to truly comprehend the interrelation between caffeine and heart attacks.
Woohoo!
Woo! I finally got through it. Cool.
All right. So some common drinks and their caffeine.
Oh, I like this.
Caffeine composition, I guess you could say. American coffee.
Yeah.
12.25 milligrams per fluid ounce. Espresso, which we in our culture is pretty much Cuban coffee.
Yeah.
So 64 milligrams per
notes. Cuban coffee.
Yeah. I'll put it here for any of you that are watching on YouTube. 64 milligrams per fluid ounce. Celsius, 16.67 milligrams.
bad.
It's really not. It's a lot more in espresso. Like espresso's a lot. 64 milligrams. So 16.67 milligrams per fluid ounce for Celsius. Monster, 10 milligrams per fluid ounce. Red Bull, 9.46 milligrams. And Panera, now this is why. Just hear me out. Panera Bread dark roast coffee, 11.81 milligrams per fluid ounce. Now we know, I'm going to go to this story. It came on the news several times that Panera Bread and its charged lemonade.
Okay.
So, as reported on several news outlets, 2 people have lost their lives after consuming Panera Bread's charged lemonade, which is a drink with caffeine levels equal to the restaurant's dark roast coffee. As I had just mentioned, it's milligrams per fluid ounce, which is less than a Celsius. Sarah Katz, a 21-year-old college student with a heart condition called long QT syndrome type 1, did not know how much caffeine was in the drink and suffered a cardiac arrest hours later on September 10th, 2022, after having a charged lemonade from a Panera in Philadelphia. Hence why we said, if you're in good health.
Yeah.
Remember that we said that a little earlier? This is why.
So long QT syndrome is actually something that, unfortunately, it's an arrhythmia, okay, that can happen. And a lot of these arrhythmias are not diagnosed until something happens. So long QT, basically what will happen is that they'll go into cardiac arrest, okay, but from an arrhythmia. So, and she didn't know that she had it, which is actually pretty typical. A lot of these genetic...
I don't know if she knew if she had it or not. What she didn't know was the amount of caffeine in the charged lemonade.
Oh.
Yeah, so she had a condition called long QT syndrome type 1, but she didn't know how much caffeine was in the drink. And then therefore
she's lucky she didn't
suffered.
even know she had long QT.
I don't know.
There's even like medications that like you shouldn't even take with long QT syndrome.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that much. I just know that was like a headline that happened in
So sad.
2022. Yeah, so she passed from that. Then most recently in October of 2023, which is where I learned, this is the one that I learned about the charged lemonade situation. So Dennis Brown, a 46-year-old man with high blood pressure and a mild intellectual disability, collapsed and died from cardiac arrest on a sidewalk on October 9th of 2023 while returning home from a Panera in Florida where he had 3 refills of charged lemonade. Both families are suing Panera, claiming that the company did not adequately inform customers about the drink's ingredients and the possible health dangers. The FDA is also investigating the issue. So just caffeine is, I know it's very common and all that, but don't overdo it, guys. Because you may have, Evie just said, like you may have a heart condition that you're not even aware of, because a lot of them are not very, they're pretty silent most of the time.
Until they hit you and then you realize what you have.
Exactly. So it's not something for you to just be pounding all these high caffeinated drinks like one after every day and every hour or whatever. You got to be careful either way. So yeah, that's caffeine for y'all.
That is caffeine for y'all.
I'ma get to the back, or the hand bitches to the back. What's the look so I cannot react? Damn bitches be going outside. She a baddie, she showing her panties. She shaking like jelly. 100 bands of Chanel, but I'm still shaking, not saying dolly. With my bitch getting
That was caffeine.
And that was caffeine. We'll see you in the next one, of course. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all the things you do. Please let us know in the comments or on any of our socials any topic you guys would like us to cover. We definitely prioritize any suggestions you bring on forward. We kind of do like a schedule, but as soon as we get any suggestion or any topic recommendation, we bump it up. So let us know on that. Join us on Patreon, patreon.com/Funny Medicine Podcast as well, where we have regular episodes, maybe a little spicier because it's Patreon, it's behind a paywall. So they're very fun. Check us out there as well. And again, thank you all. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Like, comment, review us on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, etc.
Check us out on Instagram and TikTok at Funny Medicine Podcast. Our Gmail is at funnymedicine305@gmail.com. And remember, we are not diagnosing you.
Definitely not. Just funny stuff.
See you later, guys.